that they are, as neighbors go out into our communities and protect one another, that we are capturing that information and making sure that we are preserving it. Because as we have always said, one day there will be accountability for Donald Trump and his administration for the atrocities that we really see happening in our streets every single day. But that particular case is a good example. A Black Hawk helicopter descending upon a building on the south side of Chicago. And I can tell you, by the way, I live on the south side of Chicago, and I'm hearing helicopters day after day encircling our communities. And even the sound of them these days, just, you know, it causes you to tense up. And that's what they want. They want people to be afraid. They want people to be worried. On that same event, children were zip-tied. It is
Zip-tied.
and we're not going to just, again, sit idly by and watch this happen. We'll do everything we can.
Wow. I was trying to find that one where it was a, before I go, there's a, somebody just went ham. Let me find it before I go. Y'all, it has been a great 3 hours and 16, 17 minutes. I greatly appreciate, oh, wait, what did I just see? I greatly appreciate, oh, Lord, they're missing. I thought that James Comey got thrown out. Epstein, former attorney, on why the files are being withheld. What's going on with James? Oh, Lord. Are they missing James Comey grand jury? What? Tapes. Why would they have missing tapes? Why would there be missing tapes? Turning a blind eye, yeah. Why would there be missing tapes? Lying about a targeting based. Why would his tapes be missing? NC Representative slam Trump total disregard for Charlotte. Congress accelerates pushing towards full release. Yeah, they going ham, y'all. They're going U.S. citizens being swept up in ICE arrest. Yeah, this Murphy, ABC Democrats must draw. Why are there Megyn Kelly? She needs to be banned. She absolutely needs to be banned. Woman accused by saying that somebody was 15, so that's not 8. She needs to be banned. She needs to be banned. Let's fight to expose. Let me see. Trump is trying to protect a bunch of rich and powerful friends. Yeah, but he also trying to hide that.
Joined now by Republican Congressman Thomas Massie of Kentucky, who led the effort to release the Epstein files. Congressman Massie, thank you for being here. President Trump fought long and hard to prevent your discharge petition from going through. You won that battle. Now, what happens? How many Republicans in the House follow your lead and defy the president on this?
I think we could have a deluge of Republicans. There could be 100 or more. I'm hoping to get a veto-proof majority on this legislation when it comes up for a vote. And, you know, the president's been saying this is a hoax. He's been saying that for months. Well, he's just now decided to investigate a hoax, if it's a hoax. And I have another concern about these
just to expose Bill.
If they
For
have
what? For
ongoing
letting you suck his
investigations in
name?
certain areas, those documents can't be released. So this might be a big smokescreen, these investigations, to open a bunch of them as a last-ditch effort to prevent the release of the
Well,
Epstein
I can
files.
believe that,
I mean,
Janet,
it is extraordinary to
because
hear him demand an investigation and only mention Democrats, only mention
every
his
city
political
has bad
opponents.
areas.
But you're saying he
Yeah, I
doesn't want
believe that he was
he may
born
not
in a
believe he
foreign
want any
country.
investigation. He wants to prevent the release. Why does he want to prevent this? What is he afraid of?
You know, I've never said that these files will implicate Donald Trump. And I really don't think that they will. I think he's trying to protect a bunch of rich and powerful friends, billionaires, donors to his campaign, friends in his social
Hi, Big
circle.
Pink.
And that's my operating theory on why he's trying so hard to keep these files closed.
What do you think is actually in these files? I mean, we've
Oh,
seen
but
so much Epstein material.
okay, we'll
criminal
continue
cases,
to
the stuff that just came out this week, from the estate. What do you think
continue
is
to release the estate needs to
Yeah, I
continue
don't
to
have to guess
release.
at what's in the files. I've talked to the survivors through their lawyer, and we know there are at least 20 people in those files. There are politicians, billionaires, movie producers who are implicated criminally, who haven't been investigated. And
And
it's
there
up
was
to the
already an
FBI, not the
investigation on Epstein and Trump for money laundering. And that's why he talking about the banks now. Yeah. He want everybody to get in trouble with him that he know is already involved. Yeah, we need new laws, new rules, cause this cover up like this, cause yeah, it needs to be updated. It's still on the books, but the books needs to be changed. Who govern who police the government? Who police the Department of Justice when the president is crooked? Trust me, the estate. Now, why they moving it the way they moving? Again, we know Russia. We know now that Epstein sent stuff to several people that got evidence. And right now, I'm thinking Epstein's still operating. He's still getting millions put in his account on a monthly basis. Yeah, come on now. Let him continue to release what he want to release, how he want to release it. But come on with it. If he that damn clever, I'm sure Ghislaine, her end, got information to send. There's videos out there. Trust me, there was not just one copy. I don't believe that.
Yeah, I don't have to guess at what's in the files. I've talked to the survivors through their lawyer, and we know there are at least 20 people in those files. There are politicians, billionaires, movie producers who are implicated criminally, who haven't been investigated. And it's up to the FBI, not the survivors and the DOJ, to release those names, or at least to investigate them. And when I see Donald Trump announce a bunch of investigations, I don't see him going after these rich elites that are implicated in these files, according to the survivors.
The president's gone after you in some deeply personal ways. I mean, attacking you over and over again, even attacking you regarding your wedding, your recent wedding, which, by the way, congratulations. What do you make of all that? And he's obviously supporting your primary opponents. I mean, what kind of retribution are you facing?
You know, my wife told me, she said, "I told you so. We should have invited Donald Trump. He's mad that he didn't get an invitation." So we're taking it with a grain of salt. He's being a bully, or trying to be a bully, and they're
He
trying
better
to
put Bubba penis in his mouth and shut up.
Financing this campaign.
Bully that. Bully that pickle.
Billionaires, and they're all in the Epstein class. In fact, one of them is named in Epstein's phone book. Not the secret files that the FBI is keeping, but in Epstein's phone book. So it's a small world. Dogs don't bark at parked cars. and we are winning. I'm not tired of winning yet, but we are winning, and not only the Speaker, but the Attorney General, the FBI Director, and the President himself and the Vice President, they're taking a big loss this week because after months of fighting, I am winning this week with Ro Khanna. We're forcing this vote, and it's going to happen. I would remind my Republican colleagues who are deciding how to vote, Donald Trump can protect you in red districts right now by giving you an endorsement, but in 2030, he's not going to be the president, and you will have voted to protect pedophiles if you don't vote to release these files, and the president can't protect you then. This vote, the record of this vote, will last longer than Donald Trump's presidency.
Now, I've talked to Senate leadership who tell me that this is almost certainly not even going to be brought up for a vote in the Senate. What's your sense on that? I mean, I guess if there's an overwhelming vote, like you said, 100 Republicans join all the Democrats, the pressure will be immense. But do you have any sense the Senate's even going to vote on this?
Well, they don't have the procedural maneuver that Ro Khanna and I used in the House. They don't have that in the Senate. It's called a discharge petition. But the senators do have other ways to force votes, as amendments, for instance, on larger bills in order to let bills move quicker through the chamber. So they could force the vote in spite of the leadership's efforts. I just hope John Thune will do the right thing. Look, our own Speaker tried to push this bill by unanimous consent last week within 15 minutes of me getting the 218th vote because he was trying to save people from a vote. If he's ready to pass it by unanimous consent, then the Senate...
Oh, his brother does know more. His brother have spoke before about it.
If we get a big vote in the House.
All right, Congressman Thomas Massey, thank you for...
Of course it's not a hoax. Yeah, no. Of course it's not a hoax.
We begin this hour with President Trump ran.
It was it a hoax when he put bubble paddywhacker in his mouth? No, it wasn't no hoax then, and it ain't a hoax now. He's a deep throater. He's a deep throater. Yeah, head hunter, head honcho. Head honcho. I'm finna get ready to go. Yeah, I gotta go eat. Yeah, I heard that, oh my God, that it's just so much. It's just so much with this satanic stuff. This is why you don't play with the devil. That picture leaked. Woo! Yeah. Swallow hard. Bill said, don't you put your teeth on my He's a swallower. Yeah, y'all, that leak right there. I meant to show y'all that. Can y'all believe it? I didn't work you up on no appetite. Ooh, they heard he has a deep throat. Yeah, he had her first. He had her for a whole year or two. And so I had to look at it. You know, nah, that ain't the same picture. So they didn't Photoshop it because Ghislaine was on the other side and the phone and stuff was on the other side. And that was not the shirt he had on. But he liked that position in taking pictures. But yeah, remember, Trump paid $25K or $20K for her. Understand? He had her first. Yeah, she was, what it said, greatly depreciated. She was hulled out, as we say in the hood. She hulled out. Garbage. Dilapidated. She has a dilapidated. She had a lot of mileage. Huh? Yeah, he had her first. So she a big old freak. Take that, take that. Let me show y'all this one before I go. AunTeaFee, you sitting over here with all the goodies. Yeah, I'm sitting over here with all the goodies. Absolutely. Talk that shit to me if you want to. I'm going to come over here and hurt your feelings. I'm going to hurt your feelings. Hold on. He called him, yeah. Hold on. Oh, yeah, it was so sad. Even Manson knew. Listen to Manson, y'all.
The United States is owned by foreign corporations. Nixon opened it up for foreign trade. And when Nixon opened up for foreign trade, the people of Europe and the common market in Spain and different places, they don't care about the United States forest. And in short, the United States has been
Hey,
sold
Sapphire.
out by people who really don't care for anything but money. I've had all the money in the world 3 times. I had to give it back to keep the game going.
20K, 25K?
It's a game. Money is a game. It's only real to the people who work for it. The people that don't need to work for money, it's an monopoly game. It's a game of paper. It's all on paper.
Even he knew. Oh, it shut me down, y'all. My whole little system shut down. Okay. Manson, yeah, he knew. And a lot of folk know what's going on. Okay, y'all, I'll be back later. Let me go eat. It's been real. It's Picklegate. The word of the day is not Bill, deal Picklegate. Anyone remember when, during the first term, how he makes sky innuendos? Kim Jong penis size. I have something, I don't know about his penis size, but I did have something pinned somewhere where he made some very lewd questions about stuff he shouldn't have been talking about. Let me see if I can find. Yeah, he dirty and nasty, and he like, he like him a good old big old deal pickle. And did you see when he was doing that, when he did the mouthpiece on the what is it, microphone stand? He went all up in there showing his skills. What did he say? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Oprah.
Oprah is a slave trader. Let that sink in. It's 100% true. Oprah Winfrey is a slave trader. Why do you think she has that school in South Africa? Why does she hang out with who she hangs out with? Oprah Winfrey is a slave trader. How is she a slave trader? Does the name John of God ring a bell?
Don't he look gay? John of God. Don't he look gay? He look like he one of them Peter pickle packers.
There is a reason why Oprah is so powerful, and it's not pretty. What do we know about Hollywood? We know that
Dill pickle
pretty
gay.
much have to be compromised to be at a certain level in Hollywood. Who's at the top levels of Hollywood? This is not rocket science, guys.
You're welcome, Lady Love.
Not rocket science.
Nope, it's not rocket science. I mean, I am not in denial anymore. I am not in denial anymore. Okay, I'm gonna end on this. Listen.
In one of the leaked emails, Epstein says that Hillary Clinton had sexual affairs with a guy named Vince Foster. And if you don't know who he is, he's the guy who they killed in the White House and then moved his body from the White House.
Do we know about
an
somebody being
apartment
killed in the
complex
White
parking
House?
lot and staged it as a suicide. The craziest part is, while they did this, they didn't allow the FBI access to his office while they cleaned everything up and cleared all the evidence out. This is breaking news, and it is actually insane that this
And
is
it's in the
going on.
Epstein
In
files?
one of the leaked emails, Epstein says that Hillary Clinton had sexual affairs with a guy named Vince Foster. And if you don't know who he is, he's the guy who they killed in the White House and then moved his body from the White House to an apartment complex parking lot and staged it as a suicide. The craziest part is, while they did this, they didn't allow the FBI access to his office while they cleaned everything up and cleared all the evidence out. This is breaking news, and it is actually insane that this is going on. In one of the leaked emails, Epstein says that Hillary Clinton had sexual affairs with a guy named Vince Foster. And if you don't know who he is, he's the guy who they killed in the White House and then moved his body from the White House to an apartment complex parking lot and staged it as a suicide. The craziest part is, while they did this, they didn't allow the FBI access to his office while they cleaned everything up and cleared all the evidence out. This is breaking news, and it is actually insane that this is going on. In one of the leaked emails, Epstein says that Hillary Clinton had sexual affairs with a guy named Vince Foster. And if you don't know who he is, he's the guy